Thank God for disc brakes. Before this we have tackled the rear drums on this POS, and now it is time for the disc brake. I have already changed the other side. This one shouldn't take too long, but you never know because it's a Venture. And this is not a tutorial for you. This is just for you to see what it takes to do the job on a Chevy Venture. So here we go. Before I start, I'll just turn this towards me so there is easier access to the bolts. There is 2 bolts for the caliper, 2 bolts for the bracket. Today we'll be changing the rotor and the pads. And again, as I said in the last video, I got the whole set: rotors, pads, drums and shoes, everything for 180 bucks from carid.com. I think I got free shipping too, but I mean, you get what you pay for. So this is my junk van. I don't use it that much, so this works for me, may not work for you. Okay, so these bolts are 15s, and we had some high water. The car wasn't flooded, but there's all the dirt and debris. So now, oops, I am gonna just take this bolt off. We'll need to re-lubricate them. This may not come off easily, which it doesn't want to. Yep, so the manual calls for a C-clamp. What you do, if this is giving you grief, put this over here. This end goes on the brake pad, that end goes back somewhere solid, and what we are doing right now is pushing in the piston so it will release like so. Now if you're just changing the pads, okay, maybe I need to release it a little more, just a little more. I think that's enough. If you were just changing the pads, this is all you need to do. Just move this out like so. Of course you'll need to push this back in, but you have access to the pads. Since we are going to change everything, we will go ahead and take this off. So this will just come off. Actually, I forgot something. Be right back. Forgot this. The bungee cord. You want to make sure this has something to support it. So now we need to take this one and that one off so the caliper can come off. We can already take the brake shoes out, I would think, like so. And like so. Yeah, that hurt. Ouch. But we got the thing off. Off comes this, which may not come off so easily in yours because of rust welding. Luckily it didn't happen in this case. So old one is quite beat up, and I think this was resurfaced because I checked the other side and it's significantly thinner compared to the new one. So what we want to do now is to take these off and brush the contact points. You don't want to breathe in this stuff though. Okay, let's install the hardware, the new hardware. There goes that one. And there goes this one. Okay, next up is the new disc or rotor. These come with grease on their surfaces. My hands are not clean, but they're not greasy either. So we need to use the brake cleaner for this. This is one of those rare instances where you use the brake cleaner for its intended purpose. Okay, just do a side-by-side comparison. You can see the one on the left has quite a bit of meat. The one on the right is actually scary thin. On this side, wow, there is nothing left. This thing must have been turned maybe twice. Okay, well, let's go ahead and put this, get some of this junk. Man, the disc brakes are so much nicer. I cannot say that enough, especially after seeing the rear drums on this thing. Anyways, now we can install the bracket. The manual actually calls for putting thread locker on it, so that's what we will do. I'm using Loctite blue. I mean, this is not Loctite, but it's the blue variety. Okay, before I do that, the manual also calls for applying some grease on these surfaces where the brake pads will rest. Maybe too much. I guess we'll know soon enough. Get this one treated too, and start hand tightening them. Just a few turns. Okay, now manual calls for 137 foot-pounds on these. I'll just snug it up first. Now we can torque them down. Under 37. There's that one. There's that one. Okay. Not much left to do. Just need to put these on. I don't know what these are for. They were not there. Oh no, they were. My bad. On actually both sides. I don't know what it is for. But anyways. This one has it on both sides, that one has it on only a single side. There's that one. And there's almost this one. Did I get the wrong one? Because I know one of the brackets was bad. Ah, I see. It's because of this. It doesn't want to sit. Huh. I mean, it came on both sides. Not on the other one. I can simply take it off. Just to double check the other side to make sure I didn't mess anything up on that side. Well, it turns out I messed it up. This is supposed to go on this side too, but I used the wrong one on the other side. This, I know what this is now. This is the noisemaker. It just screeches against your disc to let you know you're out of pad. So two options: either I take that one off, make it properly, or I just snip this off and use it anyways, which is probably what I'm gonna do. Although something tells me it's not that easy. Well, I just couldn't let it be being me. So instead of ripping the noisemaker on the other one, I just quickly swapped it back. So this is the one without the noisemaker, and it should fit in without any problems, like so. There it is. Good. Now we need to push this guy back. So there are tools. You can of course use your trusty old C-clamp for this. Or you can get one of these inexpensive, there's that right behind me, brake putter backer thingies. Once we have it snug, we'll keep rotating until the plunger goes all the way back. This is not easy to use because the handles are super short, so you'll need to push it a little hard. The designer doesn't get any points. Of course, it's a cheap Harbor Freight tool, so I shouldn't expect too much out of it. I think we are all the way in. Good. Now, let's put it here momentarily so we can apply grease to the pin. Put this in. Rotate it. Grease this pin. Okay, now let's torque it to the correct number, which is, according to the manual, 63 foot-pounds for this. The top one I didn't even remove. There is the 63. And that's the end. Once again, thank God for disc brakes. That was much easier. And remember, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. That helps me. And we are 900,000-ish away from 1 million subscribers, so go ahead, hit the subscribe, help me out. Until next time, take care.